is the one and only Kervin Benjamin, better known as Infamus. Infamus is a popular performing artist here in the Federation. He has recently been appointed as the first ever musical ambassador in the Ministry of Sports and Creative Economy, and he is here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Infamus.
Good morning,
How are you doing today?
I am doing perfectly fine.
Oh, so tell us, when were you appointed and how long have you been functioning in your role?
I have been appointed since November 1st, 2022.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes,
so you're a few months in.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And Infamus, share with us some of your roles and responsibilities as a musical ambassador.
Well, obviously to be a role model for one, and that I have been doing for quite a number of years, and also I will be running a program called the National Cultural Musical Workshop, and that will start sometime next month. We're still trying to fine-tune it so that when it gets running, it continues running, even if I'm not there.
So what does that program entail as you continue to fine-tune it?
Oh, well, basically just music, and we're working with the youths them so that they can understand the business, not just from the studio side, but legally as well.
Oh, okay, nice.
Right. So it's a whole, it encompasses a whole lot of different stuff.
Okay.
And the newly appointment, what does the appointment means to you?
Well, to be very honest with you, I am very much humbled about it. You know, I've been in the game for 20 years now. It might not seem like that much, but
I know it doesn't.
It has been 20 years, and I'm happy. I am happy, I'm elated, and I am ready to work, actually.
Are you the first person in this role?
I am the first musical ambassador, yes. But I don't consider myself to be the first musical ambassador. As you know, there were greats before me.
Okay.
And I can name many of them who inspired me as well. So I am just hoping that I can carry on the legacy.
Well, congratulations.
Can you name one of them?
Masood Siddiqui, for one.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, do you know that person? Have you heard of him?
Name, yes.
Okay.
Crucial Banky as well, Mr. Mention, Mr. World, and a number of others. I mean, I got to call my Uncle Big L's name as well.
Alrighty. So, what made you interested in pursuing music in the first place? Knowing that I find sometimes in the Caribbean, with the exception of Trinidad and Barbados, the smaller islands aren't pushed.
Right.
We don't really hear about the artists. So what made you stick to pursuing music?
To be very honest with you, I've always been in music. You know, I was a part of the church choir. You know, that is...
That's where everybody starts.
You know, and it was just a getaway for me.
Okay.
It was a getaway for me, and I understood very early that it was something that could have changed my life and my family's life completely. So that honestly made me stuck with it, to see how far and what barriers can be broken in the small islands.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah.
If memory serves me right, well, I'm not sure of the very first song you did, but could you share with us the very first song you wrote?
The very first song I wrote, that I cannot honestly remember.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you see.
But I can tell you about, not because it's so much, right?
Right.
And it's been so long. But what I can say that Feel Like Crying and 21 Gun Salute were my breakout songs.
Yeah.
And those were in 2009, sorry. Yeah.
It was that long?
It was that long.
And it's still so fresh and relevant.
Yes.
What? Congrats.
So since then until now, can you give us an overview of your musical career?
Well, the overall overview of my musical career led me right here to be a musical ambassador, to be honest with you.
Right.
And this is just a transition that I personally wanted to make so that I could help the younger ones and the artists who are currently in the business, well, honestly help the government understand entertainment and entertainers.
Right.
So it is a partnership that we're looking to build on because it has been non-existent, and that is just about it.
So what part does the government play now that you are in this role?
So now I am in this role. I am going to help them to put a proper infrastructure in place, a solid enough infrastructure for the future, honestly, legally. And well, we all know studio time and all them things going to come into play. But we have to get the business side as well. Because the government is adamant that the orange economy must be booming.
Yes.
for us to be sustainable. You know, so that is my part. My part is to just help the government understand entertainment and get it moving in the right direction.
Okay. You mentioned just now that you're fine-tuning some stuff. For those persons who may be watching and may be interested in attending these workshops, can you just give us a little taste of who will be there?
I will be working closely with Creative Economy, who is also on board, and we are putting the website together so that you could apply there, and then we'll have a team vet to accept people onto the program.
Wow, so you cannot accept all at once, so it'll be different cohorts.
I mean, yes, there's going to be cohorts.
Okay. All right.
Earlier, Infamus, you mentioned that your career spanned 20 years. Would you say that being in the industry so long have propelled you for this position?
I would think so. I would think so. I think that the government and the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, by extension, he trusts my judgment as I trust his.
Right.
And that's basically it.
How do you feel being a youth and having a voice at such a large table?
That's a good question. As I say, I've been relishing this opportunity for quite some time. So I am excited. I'm excited about it.
Wow.
As I say, I'm humbled, but I am excited and ready to rumble, actually.
Oh, wrestling over here. I like that. I like that.
And what impact do you hope to make on the country in your role?
To be very honest with you again, I am hoping that we can at least get at least 10 artists to understand their responsibility as well, and the role that they have to play, and get them out there. So that is basically it. We're here to work and get them out there. You know, because it's one thing to be here, right? But I mean, we could definitely get more Byron Messiahs as well.
Yes.
So that is where we are heading.
Nice.
For me in particular, this is what I don't understand when it comes to music in general, when it comes to the Federation. Like, I've seen so many talented artists in St. Kitts and Nevis, but they don't really get that recognition until they go abroad. Like, you would see when they go to Trinidad or Jamaica, they finally get the break. And when they are out there now, persons try to claim them and quote unquote claim them when they're actually from the Federation, and they don't get that big break until they go to those larger countries. This is where you come in now.
That is also something that we are trying to work on, so that we don't have people claiming what is ours. So as long as we get the proper infrastructure in place, right, and they can work and operate from home, right, because we don't necessarily want all this money to go elsewhere. We have been leaving money on the table for quite some time, and that was because we didn't have an infrastructure. So my role now is to make sure that we understand that we can't keep losing this money.
Happy to hear that.
Right.
So who is the officer or the person you will be collaborating with in Nevis? Because we are a federation. So
yes, we are
together.
And that we have not come to terms with that as yet. But we are looking forward to working alongside Nevis as well. Right. But because this is a fairly new position, as I said, we're still trying to work out some kinks.
Right. Well, I hope those kinks will work out soon so we can all work in unity here in the Federation.
Indeed. And Infamus, what advice do you have for upcoming artists in the Federation?
Just stay humble, stay positive, and hard work will definitely get you everywhere. So just stick to it. But be as humble as possible.
I want to know, right, Infamus, I know you may have had some pitfalls in your journey, but who was some of your mentors that tell you this is what to expect in the music business? This is what you need to do because you're going to be taken advantage of. Who were some of those persons?
Well, my uncles, to be exact. You know, all of my uncles, I could name many of them. But they were the ones who really stuck beside me. And, you know, a couple of friends. And my mother, of course. But my uncles, for sure, they were definitely my foundation and rock. They held on, and that's basically it.
So they told you what to do. Did you Google anything of how to operate as a music
and
star?
the internet will most definitely be your friend as well. So I've done many research over the years. You know, so I was a bit self-taught with a lot of things because I did not have that type of support back then.
Okay.
Hence why we're trying to change that whole dynamic moving forward.
Well, I'm happy the dynamic is being changed, and I'm happy that you are offered the position, and we can expect nothing but greatness from you as you continue along.
Of course.
All right.
And I mean, my final question for you, Infamus. 20 years is no short space of time.
No, it's not.
But how do you manage to stay relevant
That's
overall?
a good question.
He said, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I think that the people in themselves, they have really supported me. You know, it has not always been all me.
Right.
I got the support from the beginning, and the wave just kept going.
Okay.
So it hasn't been easy to stay relevant, but as long as you get that 1, 2, 3, 4 hit songs, then you're going to be all right.
So before we go, can you leave us with a line from your favorite hit song? You know, we can't have Infamus come on Good Morning SKN and not lead. Well, bust a tune, as we say.
Because we're on Good Morning stkitts. See, me no know about you, but me love stkitts bad. Me know what them a talk about. Don't read it, no?
Oh, wow. That was lovely. Infamus, congratulations on your new appointment. Do us proud. Stay humble like you are.
Thank you.
And I can only see greatness coming out of this.
Thank you.
All right. And we hope this is not your last interview.
No.
We hope to see you again
I hope
soon.
that I'll be here very soon to tell you about a trip that is coming up. A trip to Jamaica. That will be my first ambassadorial trip. And I am going to be heading a delegation of 4. It's me, de jour, IMAC, and Alicia Watley, who is the project lead. So that will be my first trip, and we hope that it will be a successful one.
Of course.
We hope that too.
Well, congrats again.
Thank you.
Infamus, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed. We don't know about you, but we love Good Morning stkitts. Bye.